make it clear after the presentation. So let's start.
Please off the audio and video.
So please put your mic on
Participant,
mute.
participant, please off the audio. Adults, please off the audio, please. Okay, fine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's start. Okay, why switching to React.js could be the best decision to your project. Okay, this webinar is focused on why switching to React.js could be the best decision for your product development. So, building a product is a task that requires most planning with the best product developing environment, but also ensuring that it is easy to build. Whenever we start to develop a product, we must have to consider some points: scalability of the product, security, developing time, as well as the cost of maintenance, and etc. etc. So, in this scenario, many companies suggest React.js as a best decision. So, the intention behind this webinar is to decode everything you need to know about the React web development. And also, this section is ideal for everyone who looking to start a new project and want to implement React.js for web development. So, let's start. So, what is React.js? എന്താണ് React.js? React.js is a free and open source front-end JavaScript library. It's developed in 2011 by the Facebook engineer Jordan Rowe. And it is used for building interactive user interfaces and web applications quickly and efficiently with less code. So here we can see that it is a JavaScript library, and people often used it to say it is a JavaScript framework or it's a JavaScript library. But there is some difference. So let's see the difference between a library and a framework. സോ ഒരുപാട് പേര് ഇപ്പോൾ പറയും റിയാക്ട് ജേസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ലൈബ്രറി ആണ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതൊരു ഫ്രെയിംവർക്ക് ആണെന്ന്. പക്ഷേ ഇറ്റ്സ് പ്യുവർലി എ ജാവാസ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് ലൈബ്രറി. സോ ലൈബ്രറിയും ഫ്രെയിംവർക്കും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഡിഫറൻസ് നമുക്ക് എന്താണെന്ന് നോക്കാം. So both the framework and libraries are the code written by someone else that help to solve common problems. And the രണ്ടിന്റെയും കോമൺ പർപ്പസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കോമൺ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്രോബ്ലത്തിന് ഒരു ഈസിയർ വേയിൽ സോൾവ് ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ളതാണ്. So let's consider house as a metaphor of a library and a framework. ഒരു വീട് നിർമ്മാണം എങ്ങനെ നമുക്കൊരു ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു കമ്പാരിസന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഒന്ന് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യാം. So if you already have a home, but you need a bit of furniture with bit of help with the furniture, so that library. നമുക്കൊരു വീട് ഓൾറെഡി ഉണ്ട്, ബട്ട് എന്നാൽ നമുക്കൊരു കുറച്ച് ഫർണിച്ചേഴ്സ് ആവശ്യമാണ് ആ വീടൊന്ന് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ അതിന്റെ ഫങ്ഷനാലിറ്റീസിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. സോ അതിൽ നമുക്കൊരു ലൈബ്രറി ആയിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യാം. ഓൺ ദി അതർ ഹാൻഡ്, ഫ്രെയിംവർക്ക് ഈസ് ലൈക്ക് ബിൽഡിംഗ് എ മോഡൽ ഹോം. So if we have some blueprints, so the contractor and blueprint are in control, and they will let you know when and where you can provide your input. ആ ഒരു കോൺട്രാക്ടർ ആയിരിക്കും ആ ഒരു വീട് ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. ദെൻ നമുക്ക് അതിനുള്ള എപ്പോഴാണ് നമ്മളുടെ ഇൻപുട്സ് കൊടുക്കേണ്ടുള്ളതെന്ന് അവരായിരിക്കും നമ്മളെ ഇൻഫോം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ അതിന്റെ ടെക്നിക്കൽ ഡിഫറൻസ് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, when you use a library, you are in charge of the flow of application, and you are choosing
Shefna, okay. Maximum you can talk in English, okay? Okay, fine.
When you use a library, you are in the charge of flow of application, and you are choosing when and where to choose the library. So in the case of
Shefna, 1 minute. Okay. All the participants should listen that. Please on the video if it is possible. Okay. Okay, Shefna, continue.
Okay. So let's look at what is the difference between library in a technical difference. Okay. When you use a library, You are in charge of the flow of application and you choosing when and where to choose the library. But in the case of a framework, the framework itself is in the charge of flow. It provides some places for you to plug in your code. So that's it. I hope you understand the concept between a library and a framework. And it is developed in 2011 by the Facebook engineer Jordan Walk. So back in 2011, Facebook had a massive user base and faced a challenging task. So it wanted to offer users a richer user experience by building a more dynamic and more responsive user interfaces that was fast and highly performant. So at that time, Jordan Walk introduced React.js. So, what does React.js do? React simplified the development process by providing a more organized and structured way of building dynamic and interactive user interfaces with reusable components. So, mark the term reusable components. We will discuss it on later. So, and it is used for building interactive user interfaces and web applications quickly and efficiently with less code. So at that time, when Jordan Walk introduced React.js, the React.js graph has dramatically increased at a high peak level. So let's see result. So based on Stack Overflow developer survey, here is the result. React.js has 74.5%. So here from we can see that the major difference between the Angular and React. Angular is one of the most popular framework, JavaScript front-end framework, but many of developers who are interested in React.js, 74.5% of developers are interested in React.js. And here is a difference between a library and a framework. So I just forgot to show. So it is a library and a framework. So in the case of a library, we use the code for libraries, and for a frameworks called to plug in your code. Okay, so that's the difference between a library and a framework. Okay, so what does React.js do? Here are some points. So typically you request a web page by typing its URL into your web browser. Your web browser then sends a request for that web page, which your browser renders. If you click link on that web page to go to another page on the website, a new request is sent to the server to get the new page. That's ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മളൊരു വെബ് പേജിൽ പോവാണ്, ഇപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് വേറൊരു വെബ് പേജിൽ കയറണമെങ്കിൽ സോ ദർ ഈസ് സം ലിങ്ക്സ്, ആ ലിങ്കിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ വേറൊരു പേജിലോട്ടാണ് അത് റീഡയറക്റ്റ് ആവുന്നത്. സോ അവിടെ ഓരോരോ പേജ് നമ്മൾ ആക്സസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ന്യൂ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഈസ് സെൻഡ് ടു ദ സെർവർ ടു ഗെറ്റ് ന്യൂ പേജ്. ഓരോ പേജിലോട്ടും പുതിയ പുതിയ എന്താണ് ഓരോ ലോഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടായിരിക്കും, റീലോഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടായിരിക്കും നമുക്ക് ഓരോ റിസൾട്ട് അത് പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ this back and forth loading pattern between your browser and the server continues for every new page or resources you try to access on the website. So this typical approach to loading websites works just fine, but consider a very data-driven website. So this in the case of a highly data-driven website, this back and forth loading of the full web page would be redundant and create a poor user experience. So at that time, React.js. So what does React.js do? React intercepts the request and only fetches and changes the section that needs changing without having to trigger a full page reload. That is, നമുക്കൊരു ഫുൾ പേജ് റീലോഡിന്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ലാതെ ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുന്ന ഭാഗത്ത് മാത്രം എവിടാണ് ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുത്തേണ്ടുള്ളത് അവിടെ മാത്രം ഡേറ്റാനെ ഫെച്ച് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഒരു സിംഗിൾ പേജിലായിരിക്കും അതിന്റെ റിസൾട്ട് പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. That is, React.js build a single page application without loading a full page. So React intercepts the request and only fetches and changes the section that needs changing without having to trigger a full page reload. So this approach results in better performance and a more dynamic user experience. Okay, so here are some top features of React.js. So virtual DOM is one of the most attractive feature in React.js. So many of the technologies or languages nowadays using virtual DOM, but here we explain what React.js do with the virtual DOM. So we have to see the difference between an actual DOM and a virtual DOM. So what is actual DOM? Uh, So most of the companies nowadays also using real DOM. To overcome this, we using virtual DOM. So what's the difference between a real DOM and a virtual DOM? So considering any page that you visit, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or something, you can see many of lots of activities happening there. A like button, share button, comment button. So there are many of activities are happening there, and millions of posts are there. So if you want to like a post, or if you want to share something, there is a huge of that is a DOM containing thousands of notes. Thousands of notes ചേർന്നാണ് ഒരു സിംഗിൾ പേജ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ആവുന്നത്. So whenever you want to like a post or share something, the full of the notes getting rendered. So that's one of the main drawback of DOM. And so in this case, we recommend virtual DOM. So let's see the difference between real DOM and virtual DOM. Here we can see a list of fruits: apple, mango, pear. So we want to update a list in this list of one list of item from this, and we want to update the pear to fig. So in real DOM, we can see the full of the nodes are getting updated and getting rendered. Uh, but in the case of a virtual DOM, only the wanted node is getting updated. That is here you can see the difference between a real DOM and a virtual DOM. So from this, what can we understand from this? If we only update the single node, only updated the node that we want, that getting that and then that save our time and to provide a highly performance, etc., etc. So for a virtual DOM, it offers speed and performance boost, and the concept is simple and clear, and it is also lightweight. So I hope you understand the concept of virtual DOM. So here is the next feature of the React.js. So second one is reusable components. So what is reusable components? So it's also one of the main attractive feature of React.js, and this is the one of the reason why React is highly desirable JavaScript library. Okay, so it saves time for developers as they don't have to write various codes for same features. Furthermore, if any changes are made in any particular part, it will not affect other parts of the application. So here are different components: header, content, footer. These are different components, and these different components are joined to get a single web page that with the header, content, and footer. So just considering a button. If you want a button, a single button, that common styling, we want to establish this button in every in each and every single page. Then you don't have to write the various codes for the same feature. You just want to import the components name to there. That is, here is an example. Here is different components: header, content, and footer. They are joining here, and to get a result, header a single web page. So reusable components is one of the most important feature. So the next, so here is an example of a web page. Here it is a header, content, and footer. These are different components, and the content here is hard. We are just the content we passing is hard, and it goes to the virtual DOM. Then create a web page with the page header, content, and page footer. Then we just going to update the content to hello. Okay, hello. Then it compared to the virtual DOM and changes only the content. Only the content, not the header and footer. Not reload the full page. Only reload the node that you want. And getting a result, of a web page. So this is the way React.js works. And the third one is JavaScript XML or JSX. So JSX stands for JavaScript XML. It allows us to directly write HTML in React. JSX converts HTML tags into React elements and it makes easier to write React applications. So React.js, JSX is a combination of JavaScript and HTML. So there is no required to compulsory we using JSX, but JSX is much better when it comes to React. So JSX stands for JavaScript. It's XML, and it's a combination of JavaScript and HTML. It allows us to directly write HTML in React and also convert the HTML tags into React elements. So it's become easier. And besides the features, we also have React.js has many lots of benefits. So let's see some reasons why it stand out from other front-end development framework. So the first one is speed. There are many reasons we can see that speed, flexibility, performance, usability, and it is easy to learn, build richer user interfaces, and it offers fast rendering, SEO friendly, strong community support, better code stability. So let's see. The first one is speed. So because of the single page application, virtual DOM, reusable components, because of all these reasons, React.js offers high speed. And in simple terms, different developers can write individual parts and all changes made won't cause the logic of the application. ഇതൊരു നമുക്ക് റീയൂസബിൾ കമ്പോണൻസിന്റെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ പല ഡെവലപ്പേഴ്സിന് ഒരുമിച്ച് അത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഒരുമിച്ച് ആ കോഡ് റൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പറ്റും ഡിഫറെന്റ് കമ്പോണൻസ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ലോജിക്കിനെ കോസ് ചെയ്യാതെ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഡൈനാമിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള യൂസർ ഇന്റർഫേസസ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പറ്റും. And the second one is flexibility. So compared to other front-end frameworks, the React code is easier to maintain and it is flexible due to its modular structure. This flexibility in turn saves a huge amount of time and cost to businesses. So the next one is the performance. So React.js was designed to provide high performance in mind. The core of the framework offers a virtual DOM program and server-side rendering, which makes complex apps runs extremely fast. So that's it. And what about the usability? So if you have some basic knowledge of JavaScript, then deploying React is fairly very easy. And in fact, an expert JavaScript developer can easily learn all ins and outs of React within a week. Okay, so it's very easy to learn and it's highly usable. Okay, then compared to other popular front-end framework like Angular and Vue, React is much easier to learn. In fact, it's one of the main reasons why React gained so much traction in little time. Also, it helps businesses quickly build their project. You see, the harder it is to learn a particular technology or framework, the more time it will take to begin the development process. So, and we as human beings often tend to avoid things that are difficult to learn. But since React is a simple JavaScript library that is easy to learn, so let's get started with React. Then one of the main important reason is it builds rich user interfaces. It helps to build a richer user interfaces. Today, the quality of the user interface is an application. Quality of the user interface in an application plays an important role. That is, if the user interface is poorly designed, then it lowers the chance of an application to succeed. But if an application has high quality UI, then there are better chances that your users will love to use the app. Therefore, building rich user interfaces is something is sort of necessary for an application to survive and thrive. The good news is React allows building such high quality rich interfaces through its declarative components. And also it offers fast rendering. Because of the virtual DOM and single page application (SPA), we can say that React offers fast rendering. As a result, it helps to maintain high app performance and guarantees a better user experience. Okay, then the eighth one is SEO friendly. So, SEO friendly. What is SEO? SEO means search engine optimization. So for any online businesses, search engine optimization is the gateway to success. So if you're going to go for a browser and search for React, then you can see millions of results are getting. So that means it is very SEO friendly. So, and the next one is strong community support. Every day, a large number of individual React developers are contributing towards making React a better front-end framework or library. Currently, React.js has attained a 1.5 lakh stars on GitHub and thousands of contributors. Not only that, but experts also regularly uploading free React tutorials on YouTube, and also we can see tons of articles and blogs on the internet. And a simple React tutorial search on Google gives crores of results. Okay, so we can say that it has a strong community support. And the last one is better code stability. The use of components, single page application, etc., made a better code stability. So it offers performance to the application. So these are some reasons why we choosing React.js for our web development. So let's see. Here are some top companies using React nowadays. So Facebook, Flipkart, Uber, Yahoo, Walmart, PayPal, and Microsoft, etc., etc. Most high quality companies are using React nowadays. So here from we can see how much React.js has been placed in this today's category. So so let's see how to build a sample React application. Okay, so here are some benefits of the React.js. So now it's a time to see how to build a sample React application. Okay, so to create a React app, so there is some, so we want some ID, we want an IDE or Visual Studio Code or something, and Node.js, with the help of Node.js, we don't use Node.js in the entire React app, but for the commands, we use Node.js. So that's why. Then to create a React application, we want to write the command in the terminal npx create React app my app. So my app is the app name that you want to create. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള നെയിംസ് അതിന് കൊടുക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. മൈ ആപ്പ് തന്നെ കൊടുക്കണമെന്നില്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എങ്ങനത്തെ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ആണോ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത് അതിനനുസരിച്ച് ആപ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു നെയിം നമുക്ക് കൊടുക്കാം. സോ ഇതാണ് അതിന്റെ ഒരു കമാൻഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് npx create React app and my app. Then so നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെ കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ the next step is cd my app. cd command is to enter into our app, enter into our directory. So then enter into your directory, then app name, then to run that npm start. So here is the sample React project, React product, React application. So ഇതാണ് നമ്മളുടെ ആ ഒരു ഡിഫോൾട്ട് ആയിട്ട് റിയാക്ട് ഇൻബിൽട്ട് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഇറ്റ് സെൽഫ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു npm സ്റ്റാർട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മളുടെ ഒരു ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ നമ്മൾ ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്തു, ദെൻ ആ ഒരു ഡയറക്ടറിയിലോട്ട് എൻ്റർ ചെയ്തു, ദെൻ ടു റൺ npm സ്റ്റാർട്ട് അടിച്ചു. സോ ദെൻ വി ഗെറ്റ് എ റിസൾട്ട്. റിയാക്ടിന്റെ ഒരു ഇൻബിൽട്ട് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടും. ഇവിടെ ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ ചേഞ്ചസ് മോഡിഫിക്കേഷൻ വരുത്തുന്നത്. എന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടുന്ന റിക്വയർമെന്റ്സ് അനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മൾ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. സോ ഈ ഒരു പാക്കേജസ് ആയിരിക്കും, ഈ ലിസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് പാക്കേജസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു റിയാക്ട് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന ടൈമിൽ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ വി മോഡിഫൈ ഫോർ ദ റിക്വയർമെന്റ്സ് based on our product. Okay, here is a simple example of a React application. So here is a different components: header, content, and footer. These are the reusable components. So header is one component, content and footer. So here these results are, and we get a result of this. So this is the header component. Uh, the content is hello. This is a header component. This is a sample header component, and this is a sample content component and a footer component. So these three components are getting imported in a single page: header, content, and footer. That getting a result like this. So with this, we have finally come to end of this section. We hope that now you know why React.js is a great front-end library. Using React, you can build complex UI interactions and also provide high performance and user experience. So say goodbye to unnecessary full-page reload and start building with React. So it's all about the section, and thank you so much for your valuable time and attention.
Okay, thank you, Shefna, for this wonderful presentation. Next, we have question answer session. Audience who have any doubts, you can ask and clear your doubts. Audience who have any doubts, you can ask and clear your doubts.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Saurabh. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask that React.js is, I think it's a framework, right?
Shefna?
React is a library.
Okay, like it is used for web development, but I think I want to just ask that what else we need to learn with it so that we can do the web development with the
So,
React.js.
so once more, please.
What else we can do with the React.js to make a complete web development?
So if you're going for an application,
Yeah.
if we need to build a web page or web page something, React is only the requirement. But in the case of if we build for an application, mobile application or something, we need some other packages like Redux, etc. etc.
Okay. Uh, Using this React.js, we can also make mobile app.
Okay, we can make applications, but it's the React.js is one of the limitation is that it can't build the entire application with the help of some packages or something Redux or something routers, React routers. We can easily build an application.
Oh, okay, okay. Thanks.
Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you.
Okay, Saurabh, do you clear the doubts?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
cleared out.
yeah. I
If I
cleared
have
out. If I have
any other
any
question, I
other
will ask.
question, I will ask. Okay, fine. Okay. Anyone have any doubts to clear? Any participant? Okay, if there is any doubt, you can put it in our chat. So Stefna will clear it. Okay. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, Stefna, thank you. Okay, now we have provided a link in the chat box. All should go to that link and fill the feedback form. Those who fill the feedback form will give the certificates. Okay. So please go to the link and fill the feedback form.